sheds, finding the little things that they're not using around this house anymore. What have you got in here, then?
This is our shed. There's bits and pieces.
And sure enough, motorbike enthusiast Drew spots a tarpaulin covering a very familiar shaped object.
Where did this come from?
Well, that's, I've had that for a long time now, as you can see by the tax disc down there.
1983, the last time it was on the road.
That's antique.
That's quite a layaway, isn't it?
Even in its neglected state, a motorbike like this can sell for £750.
6,500 miles.
Yeah. And it's a genuine 6,500 miles.
It's a single cylinder. Is it 500 yet? Should imagine the poor little thing's seized up now.
And next to the motorbike is something with a little less horsepower, but backs of charm.
I like this old bike you've got down here as well.
It's one of the early tradesmen's bikes. So that was here when we came, and we just put the name of the place on it.
That's quite a nice thing. An interesting old bike, actually. I can sell a bike like that. It's not my normal fare, but then again, what is my normal stuff?
With a little bit of spit and polish, this 1940s delivery bike could bring in around £250.
I'm not quite sure on the value of something like this.
I think what you've got to do is not so much think about what it is, but what it will do.
Unfortunately, this is where I'm going to have to differ.
Clive wants the best possible price to help pay for his restorations, but Drew isn't getting on board quite yet.
Is it worth 200 quid?
I can tell you it's a great deal more.
Is it?
Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah. So what would you want for it?
Let's say 700.
Oh, £700. I'm not going to pay you 700 quid. 700.
Primarily now I'm concentrating on starting to get those wall paintings restored, because we owe it to the nation for them to be seen at their best.
What about the bike behind them?
Well, now obviously that has an intrinsic aesthetic value as an old piece.
So I'm thinking about buying the motorbike, you see. I'm thinking, well, up that a bit and then go in for the bike. The condition's not brilliant on this.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's all very bad. But what has got other things going for it. It's original paint, all the original transfers and paintings and badges and everything on is all there. It's there. There's nothing missing. Obviously, I've got to make some money on it. I was going to say 450 on this one. And I'll push that one up to 2, and that gives you 650 for the pair.
As the negotiation falters, Clive plays his trump card.
Look, we're not that far. Why don't we say, and knowing what this is being turned into...
Yeah, it's going to turn...
Why don't we say 700?
Clive really did hit me with the ultimate sort of deal maker. I appreciate what he's doing, so I really shouldn't have, but it's like, OK, fine, we'll go the extra mile. 700's fine.
OK.
Thanks, Clive, and I hope the money goes well.
It certainly shall. I'll make very sure.
Motorbike enthusiast Julian takes charge of the scramble bike.
It's just an iconic shape, isn't it?
This is clearly going to be his restoration project. Drew gets to ride the push bike.
Oh dear.
Grab hold of that. No, that's nice. Look at the sign in the middle. I really love what you're doing with the house. It's fantastic, and hats off to you. And hopefully we'll see you again.
OK.
Cheers. OK.
I'll make some time when you're coming back.
All right. Thanks, Clive. See you again. Bye-bye.
Safe journey.
With the future of the medieval wall paintings a little bit more secure, Drew and Julian head back to base with their two-wheeled booty.
I enjoyed today.
What a guy.
I enjoyed looking at Clive's house. It was just really, really interesting.
Nobody can accuse you of just buying the same old, same old. What can you say?
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the delivery bike, though, a lot. And I think we can turn that over quite quickly. It's not going to take more than a few hours to get that polished up properly, pump the tyres up, fix the punctures, whatever it needs.
Drew and Rebecca have been married for almost 10 years. Over this decade, Drew has learned that showing Rebecca the scramble bike first might be a bad idea. So the delivery bike is first off the bat.
Which was for Gavin to restore.
Yeah. Ooh.
Basically, it's a delivery bike. Just needs a really, really good clean and a polish. get that off, see if we can find an original seat. I've got a more original one somewhere in stock. Leave this on. With Epis. There you go. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an Ellswick. Really good, clean the polish, and I've got the pump for that somewhere.
How old is it?
I'd say 40s.
But he can only put it off for so long.
I got one more thing from him as well. 1979 XT500.
When I saw that scramble bike, I thought, oh no, not another one.
Mr. Pritchard, it's not for you.
No, it's not for me. It's more or less sold.
Thank goodness.
Luckily for Drew's marriage, he sold the bike to one of his motorbike enthusiast friends on the way home. The other items enter what Drew calls the production line, to get them from junk to desirable objects for sale.
The amount of effort that goes into the restoring and the photography and then the waiting and then having to usually get knocked down a little bit on